Hi, Mark here for the Kensington Minute. He was among the most influential historians in contemporary America, the author of a dozen books, one of which stands out by virtue of its sales and impact. That is, The People's History of the United States. He was certainly charismatic and nice-looking. A well-spoken professor, he rallied students from across America to various causes of the New Left. Others said of him, quote, everything he wrote about America, including the ands and buts, rang with hatred. Do you know who he was? He was Howard Zinn, whose book sales are the envy of any historian on the planet. Zinn was raised in a working-class part of Brooklyn and worked in a shipyard when he was 18. He joined the Air Force at the outbreak of the war and served heroically in bomber crews. Now, this helped shape his view of war. Communism also shaped his view of war, and he became a member of the Communist Party of the United States, the CPUSA. He earned his Ph.D. in history from Columbia and took a job at Spelman College, a historically black college. He was a prominent booster of black civil rights with Alice Walker and Marion Wright Edelman. Zinn led anti-war protests. He made what he called fact-finding tours to Vietnam with Daniel Berrigan, and he was a witness for Daniel Ellsberg when he was tried for leaking the Pentagon Papers. Well, he lost his job at Spelman over organizing student rebellions. They didn't take kindly to that. But he took positions elsewhere. Zinn won numerous awards and was prolific on the lecture circuit around the world. It was his publication of The People's History of the United States in 1980 that brought him international acclaim and a lot of money. He was a professor at the University of Paris and a Fulbright professor, a distinguished Fulbright professor at a university in Italy. He was feted in cinema, particularly in the Academy Award-winning Good Will Hunting. Matt Damon became a devotee of his. In fact, Zinn became a sage.
I start from the supposition that the world is topsy-turvy, that things are all wrong, that the wrong people are in jail and the wrong people are out of jail, that the wrong people are in power and the wrong people are out of power.
Awards kept coming. He was the subject of documentaries. One documentary was You Can't Be Neutral on a Moving Train. It was narrated by Damon. Years after his death in 2010, A People's History still remains the most popular introduction to American history out there. A while ago, it surpassed 4 million copies. Okay, so he wrote a bestseller, and he's very important. But it's also important to understand the criticisms made about him. And one of the best books about this was published by historian Mary Grabar. She published a book on the subject entitled Debunking Howard Zinn. In our view, Dr. Grabar performed the world a service through her meticulous and objective research. The book has over 1,000 footnotes, and it's very clearly written. She's also an articulate and clear speaker. We found it very compelling against the myriad mistakes and misuse of histories in Zinn's People's History and in his other works too. What is the final judgment of Howard Zinn? Well, Dr. Grabar called him, quote, a communist, a corrupt teacher, a fraudulent historian, and an anti-American agitator. Well, no argument here from us, but what do you think? We want to know your opinions. This Kensington Minute does not represent the official position of the United States government. Take our challenge, our Kensington challenge, on our homepage. Check out the tests, see how you do. Out here.